Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So a massive update dropped from EA Sports about NBA Live 18. I was super excited because in this patch, in this update, they added roster editing. So I made a video talking before on franchise mode, and something I really hated was the fact that they didn't have roster editing. That is something that has really kept me from getting deep into a franchise mode in NBA Live 18, but they had it. I had to go ahead, had to check out what type of stuff they did for the player editing. So right away, I'm on the main menu. I go to roster editing. You see they got Joel Embiid, but I'm a Lakers fan. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna edit Lonzo Ball to see what type of stuff you can do with it. And the roster editing is pretty legit. That is something that I do like. NBA Live has had it on point with creative players in the past, and they pretty much just added everything to the players that are already in the game. So what you want to do is go to player details. Under player details, there will be an edit player option, and pretty much everything except for the name is editable. So that means you can change the player number, you can change everything about them except for the name and the commentary name, essentially. So you're looking at the socks, the shoes, all that is pretty much the exact same as it is for your creative player, and then all the accessories are pretty much the exact same for your player. So if you click the right bicep, all the shooting sleeves that you could possibly get will show up on here. So they have the white sleeves, the black sleeves, and the team alternate color sleeves as well. They have some with the padding, the ones without the padding, and the alternative padding. Pretty much everything you can add to it. So I thought this was definitely a great idea. I'm surprised I haven't done this earlier. I don't know what type of limitations they have with this engine, but having the ability to edit players is huge. I play mostly 2K on my PC just because I like editing my rosters, editing my players, editing everything. I'm one of those guys that will spend more time editing than actually playing the game at times. So this is something that is definitely huge for me. I know for some of you guys, not a huge big deal, but for some of you guys, this is a huge deal to be able to edit your players and pretty much add everything. So right now, I'm not trying to make them look good. I'm just showing you guys some of the stuff that you can add to the players. You can add, the finger sleeves on them. You can add the shooting sleeves. Like I said, pretty much anything that you want to add, you can add. Now you can even change the attributes and the skills as well, and as you change them, you see the overall of the players go down. So Lonzo is struggling shooting, so I went ahead and just changed his 3-point shot to 0. You see his overall is going down as I'm changing his shots. I'm moving down his layup is now going down to a 70 overall, and then why not go ahead increase his passing a little bit, but we're also going to decrease his on-ball defense, and his overall does change. So you can see all the things that's happening when you actually edit your players. But this is the one bad part I don't like, and I feel like this was a half move by EA. I wanted roster editing, but I wanted mostly roster editing if I go into franchise mode. If you trade for a player, they wear weird numbers. If you trade for a player, they might have red shoes, and they're on the Lakers now, and you can't change that, and something that I do not like. But when you go to franchise, and I started this franchise new, I was like, maybe because it was an old franchise, I need to start a new one. So I started a new franchise. There was still no roster editing in the game. So then I thought maybe it's just for existing players. So I simulated the whole season. We went to an NBA draft because I was like, maybe if I draft a player, we should be able to at least edit the drafted player, because they're not a real player. Maybe we have a better shot of being able to do that. So I went through, I simulated into the draft. I decided to go ahead and just select a random player. We didn't scout. I didn't care if he was good. I just wanted to draft somebody just to see if I will be able to edit the players or not. So we go ahead, we draft this guy, Turner Rouse, I believe his name is. But we're going through the #1 overall pick, J.J. Amos from the Cleveland Cavaliers. We see if we can edit him, but there's no option to edit him. So I was like, maybe because he's not on our team, that's why we probably can't edit him. So we're going to go back, we're going to look at the player that we selected, and we're going to see if we can actually edit the player that we selected. But once you go to that player, we still cannot edit him whatsoever. So that is something that is frustrating, because I was super excited for this patch, the fact that I could edit my players. But if I could just edit them for play now, it definitely doesn't help as much as I thought it would. You will have to edit the players before you go into the franchise. Once you start that franchise, even if it's a new one, you cannot edit the players. So hopefully EA can fix this. It seems like they're listening to a lot of their player base. Hopefully they can fix this and add it in where you can edit the players once you're in franchise. I don't know what the limitations are, like I said before, but if they can, I'll definitely be on NBA Live franchise mode a lot more than I currently am. But this is definitely almost like a deal breaker to me not to be able to have it, because I do like editing my players. So I just want to let you guys know what you can edit and what you can't edit in this game. and a major flaw, I believe. I think EA definitely missed the mark with this patch. But you guys let me know how you feel about this. Is it a big deal that you can't edit your players in franchise mode, or is it a big deal? You guys let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.